Hey, you guys.
Hey, I'm digging the music.
I always think about you when I do the music, and I knew you would like this one. It's very chill.
It is. Thank you very much. It's fantastic.
It's very chill. So I'm glad that you approve.
Yes, that other one, oh God. It was like
Did
techno.
y'all
And
hear, did y'all hear what Taylor said today?
Hey, Amaya.
what Taylor said today.
She wanted to see her grandson. She told Thomas to go get her grandson.
She sure did. She said, "Why don't you bring go get Douglas so I can spend some time with him now that Stephanie's babies are gone?"
Mm-hmm.
We might. I don't know. Something might happen.
Well, yeah, if they'll have an off-screen dinner, I'm sure they'll talk about because we know Henry Samiri is, out of the country.
Yeah, he's in Canada now.
Hmm.
But now, Casey, because we mentioned him being Soros, and we mentioned that he was gone, and Casey said, well, maybe not.
Well, what I got from that is that even though Henry Samiri is in Canada, that they're not planning on recasting him. That they're
Yeah,
planning on working around his schedule to keep him as Douglas.
right. I kind of felt the same way too. So we might not see him as
Hmm.
much involved as he was with like the Baby Beth storyline and singing Grandmama Kissing Santa Claus, but
Right.
they might dust him out for a family dinner with Taylor because I absolutely 100% don't want to hear about Taylor spending time with Douglas off screen.
Yeah,
Um,
because we have never seen Krista Allen and Henry Samiri in a scene together yet.
Exactly. And we ain't seen Taylor with her firstborn grandson, period, regardless. When it was when Pierce was Thomas, well, Pierce was the last Thomas before Matt, right?
Right.
So we didn't see when Douglas was a newborn and Ridge was stealing him and Katie was trying to get Ridge to tell the damn truth. We didn't see Taylor with her grandbaby then.
Show didn't.
And now that he's out here talking and going to school and busting up people's lives, I absolutely 100% am not going to buy them talking to Taylor having an off-screen dinner with Douglas. That's long overdue. He
Right.
needs to be at the house, or she needs to have him over at Eric's house on neutral ground because that's where Thomas lives anyway. I don't want to hear about Grandma Taylor having a play date with Thomas at the park.
Hmm.
I mean, Douglas at the park. I don't want to hear that. I want to see her. They went and bought this little boy on Young and the Restless that was playing Harrison. We ain't seen him in a while. They went and dusted him off for a couple of scenes to bring him back to Genoa City because Kyle was coming to see about Diane being alive or not. I know good and well if they can dust that little boy off for two scenes, they can dust Henry off, pay for his ticket to come on back to LA because he probably in Vancouver. That's right up the coast. Go and bring him down for a day of shooting and let him and Taylor be ordering off the kids menu at El Jardino's.
Yeah, and listen, even if Henry can't make it, there's nothing wrong with a temporary casting. I mean, soaps used to do it all the time. Would have a
Right,
temporary actor come in and do a few scenes.
right. Do something, but I'm not gonna buy. Oh well, Taylor took him out for ice cream, and we went to the zoo and the aquarium. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to
And
hear.
we also don't want to
Um,
hear Brooke get putting her two pots in talking about some. Oh, Taylor taking her grandson. That
well,
ain't even her child.
Amaya is saying they don't show the kids unless for a plot. Well, the plot is going to be Thomas needs to get his damn son back, and that's going to start with that boy spending time with his family. We already know that Douglas has asked where can he go live with his father. That to me felt like something that should have been part of somebody's plot when the kid is asking can he go spend some time with his damn daddy. So let's have Taylor put the bug in Thomas's ear. You find now it's time for you to get your custody of your son back. Douglas can come live with you. You staying at your granddaddy's house. They got more than enough room now, but maybe not after Quinn catches Eric and she kicks him out. Thomas might have to end up paying rent to stay. Oh, there's Darling trying to get in. Hold on, girl. Um, I just don't. I don't want to see that. Like on Young and the Restless, when all they do is talk about Nigel. I don't want Douglas to be the person they talk about. I don't care if they got to say he's at a sleepover and he wants to do a FaceTime with Thomas before he goes to bed. We need to see Douglas interacting with his grandmama doing something.
But listen
They
though, Bubbles, Sabine, to keep it real though, we haven't seen Douglas interacting with any of his Forrester family.
This is true, and that's why it's long overdue to get this baby on the damn screen with somebody that's got an F in their last name.
Child, ever
the
since
last time they was all
they
together
Long
was when they was
overdue.
over at Steffi house. That was the
and
last
they,
time they was
that was
together.
2 minutes, literally. He
Right.
got there and was gone. And that's a travesty that we haven't had. I mean, literally, Douglas was handed over to the Lopes. He's like not even a Forrester. Of not just they talk about him, but we don't see him in those scenes. It's ridiculous.
You know, I agree.
He always showing up over to Brooke's house and in the cabin.
But
This is
he
the
ain't never
time.
gone to Grandpa Eric's house. I've
This
Oh,
is
never.
he
the
goes to
time
Grandpa
for
Eric's
this
with
is
the
the
Lopes
time
for
for
Christmas.
Thomas to
But
stop acting like Hope is his best friend and get his child back. Dude,
and
you have
Thomas
not
didn't even
spent
show
not
up
one
this
minute
week.
with your child.
Right.
But of course,
Go
that's
get
not
your
how the show
child.
sees it,
So
unfortunately.
the only thing that I want to see out of Douglas is if that the Lope story is Thomas wanting his son back.
That'd be a nice change.
And
Because
Reg
what
can
we
help him
learned,
out.
why does every other family get a payoff to get their kids back, but Thomas can't get his kid back?
Cause Hope got her little baby back.
Right.
But
But
she
Thomas can't
throws
get his
that
son
baby
back.
over to she throws that baby over to Donna. But Donna over here playing peekaboo with Eric. So where the
Well,
baby at?
Now let me
Donna's time fixing to get freed up in a minute.
From the
listen,
looks
y'all.
of it, that was hilarious.
Donna is just they have written Donna out to be a classic thought, a total incomplete side piece, all the way down to the dialogue.
Brooke 2.0.
Leave your wife. She doesn't make you happy. I don't want anything from you but to make you happy and just, make you come. I mean, what is going on with Bold and the Beautiful in this writing for Donna?
Side piece, that's the side piece 101 textbook.
It really is textbook. I mean, I literally was watching the past few episodes with them because I try not to watch it too much. I try not to get too into it because it's kind of gross. And I was just like, this is all typical side piece talk here. This is not cute. This is not becoming of Donna as a woman, and it is not becoming of Eric as an adult man. It's just giving pathetic.
But this is what you miss. This is what happens in America with rich men who can afford to have these young, wealthy girlfriends. There's a whole website dedicated to exactly that. Well, several, to be
What, the
honest.
sugar? You mean sugar babies, huh?
Yes, Donna's a sugar baby because Eric is probably taking care of everything for her under the cover anyway because Queen had her fired. So, like Sam said, Eric has probably been paying her bills and footing her lifestyle since then. And now she's comfortable with this. She gets to see him once a week to make him happy. His happiness is all that matters. Getting a morsel of his time is all that's important to her because that's all he's got to give, and she's content with that. That's 100% sugar baby verbiage. I know literal sugar babies that teach other people how to be sugar babies. Donna is teaching a master class right now because she wants the husband. But she done forgot that the sugar babies, your role is not to want to be the Mrs. if the man is somewhat happily married. Eric ain't never said nothing to Donna that would make her even think that he's wanting to leave his wife other
Not a
than he
word.
enjoys his time with her. Every man enjoys his time with his sugar baby. What is he gonna say? I'm having a horrible time. I'm paying all your bills to have a horrible time. No,
Well, that's what I mean. That's what
he's
I mean.
stroking
This is
his
all
ego
typical. There's
and
nothing.
giving him
Well,
what he wants. It's a market for this. I'm telling you. Name your price. I think there's a website that they were thinking that Jeff Bezos was gonna join when he got divorced from his wife. The man who owns the website actually came out and offered him a free lifetime membership. I want to say it was something like name your price.
yeah, but you're making my point that basically Donna is a hoe.
Now we're not gonna shame sex workers, but there's a difference, okay? But some of them are sex workers. We're not gonna shame sex workers. But Donna's just stupid.
But now
Donna's
Eric saying he don't want to do it no more.
Right, because
right,
but Donna is not a sex worker.
right.
Donna is
She's
not
not a
getting
sex
paid.
worker. She's just
Donna
stupid.
is correct. So to me, the whole Donna and Eric story. Because remember, I'm the kind of person that if it's not right for me in its basis form, it's just not going to work for me. I mean, all I see with Donna and Eric is a whore that's sleeping with a married man. That's all I get out of that. That's
She's
all
a
I
glorified concubine, and
see.
she's acting like she's quite happy with that role.
That's
Except
my
that's not the
issue.
truth.
That,
She's
Yeah,
not
she's
really
not
happy
happy.
with it.
She's not
because
happy with it.
because what she's saying, she literally said, you remember last week, all I want is a sliver of your time. As long as we can keep doing this. It was a point. All she wanted was that. Nothing more. Now she wants Eric to leave Quinn. But this is typical thoughtism. That's how it works. If she wants to move up in the position from side chick to the main wife, after she feels like she has him where she wants him, that's when she starts positioning.
But she
Yeah,
ain't even doing it right because she don't have him where she wants him. See, what she did, she skipped a step. She was supposed to wait for him to make the offer. And then she was supposed to say, oh, well, Eric, I don't know. I just love what we have here. But I mean, if you want to leave your wife because I make you happy, I will support whatever decision you make. She ain't supposed to sit there and throw the damn fish in the skillet without grease. And now her shit is sticking because
but
he has changed his mind. And he's like, oh, girl, I don't know. I mean, I ain't never said I was going to leave my wife. I just said, you know, right now my dick wouldn't get hard for her, and you make my dick hard. Like, I mean, slow down.
yeah, Donna messed up.
We just
She was supposed to let him make the offer,
right.
but just like a typical Logan, she has no patience.
Mm-mm.
She can't wait to be offered what she wants,
He
so she
better
brought
run
it up
because
herself.
he better run because his
Tell me
wife is
about
on the
the
way
dumb
now.
part.
He
Well,
better
honey,
find a way
I
out of that room with Donna.
want to not even knock on the damn door. I want her to come busting in like she think Eric is dying.
Because it's the
And
way
his
how she picked up the phone.
damn mute your
Carter's
phone,
looking at her like,
tippy tappy.
what is
I
that?
can't. I can't get out of the chat. I keep tapping my. Literally, I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out. That's why you keep hearing me tapping because I can't get to the screen.
Oh my gosh, you so funny.
So yeah.
Um,
Okay, now I got to the screen. Jesus Christ, I'm not going in the chat no more. But what I was saying
oh no.
was Donna is right. She is not even in the position to do anything because Eric done tried to dump her twice. He tried to dump her twice. He came to the hotel to say, I shouldn't have came. I'm going to dump you. And then last
So that
week,
was the point of him just going up there to have a drink with her to talk to her. She thought he was gonna sleep with her.
right. But then what she did when he said we can't do this no more, she begged him not to do it. Let's not talk. Let's just feel. Let's just feel. Let's just feel. And then they end up sleeping together. But that's what's gonna do him in because hopefully Carter and Quinn do take off and go to the club.
I
See,
told y'all when that damn ring beepity beep 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 that Quinn and Carter were gonna be together.
You
And
did
I
say
Quinn,
that.
mm-hmm.
was
Because
waiting on
Quinn,
him to offer to drive her. I was waiting on him to offer to drive her to that damn club. And you
but
know
he didn't
what?
say nothing.
No,
Yeah,
He didn't say nothing.
he was
Quinn,
the one mentioned
Quinn
it right up
said,
the
"Let me
screen.
drive."
And he the one mentioned it right up the screen.
Yeah, I would not be surprised that if Quinn does go, that Carter it ends up being tagging along with her for whatever reason, unless he has to stay and have some sort of interaction with Paris in the office. I feel like Carter should go with her. It would seem odd. Quinn, what are you doing here with Carter? Well, we was together when this shit went off. Yeah, no, that's not a good read. Carter needs to stay at the office. I changed my mind. He needs to stay at the office. Because him showing up with Quinn ain't gonna be a good read to say they was together when the ring went off. Even if you was together in the office, that'll give Eric an opportunity to distract and distort from the fact that he's up here in this hotel room and this ring is going off. Yeah, she needs to go catch him by her damn.
Mm-hmm. See, Donna
That's
made
why
a
she.
crucial mistake. She got caught in traffic. And she left Eric in that room alone long enough to start thinking about what he's actually doing.
Well,
That was the beginning of her problem.
I've heard
Right.
people say that thinking is just a great big waste of time, darling. We're
She
not going to
tried.
think
She
about
tried to turn like her
anything.
sister. She tried to turn like her sister, but then again, Eric said, let me stop this before I end up getting killed by Quinn."
It's too late now,
Too late now.
but it is too late for
The
you.
alarm done gone off now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way how it went off. Quinn picked up the phone, was like, Quinn, Carter was like, "What is that? Wait, that's the ring I put on Eric. Uh-oh. Somebody's not playing pickleball."
So yeah, that'll be interesting if Carter goes with her because hopefully she goes. I hope this doesn't drag.
I hope he drive behind her.
I
I hope he follow behind her.
I think what's gonna happen is, Donna and Eric, why it didn't go off before, because this ain't their first time rolling around on the bed with him having that ring. So something else must have occurred to make the ring go off, because he's been wearing this
I
ring for a couple of days.
I think this was how do I put it, energetic, because he was in the
It was more
process of
strenuous.
trying, it was or more stressful, I guess. He was in the process of trying to break up with her, and they ended up naked and boinking with a bottle of honey in between them. So apparently this had a little bit more oomph than the usual Wednesday afternoon go round. He apparently gave it his Clarence Carter best.
She must have been trying to work her whip appeal to get that Mrs. title back, because seriously, he's been wearing this ring for a couple of days and don't know about it, and has been meeting Donna, and nothing has happened. And then today, on the day when he's going to break up with her, the sex is so intense that it sets the ring off. You mean Donna ain't been putting it down right the whole time?
No,
they
she's been
don't do
going
that
with this
because they're going to
screw
want to
me
use an
gently
excuse
crap.
that Eric was trying to end it. That he was trying to end it. He was trying to end it. Other people get credit for trying.
Well, I guess.
Well, we
I
give
don't
him
give
credit for
a damn
trying.
thing.
Well, the thing is, he can get credit for trying, but then again, he still slept with her again.
True that.
Right. More
Sure
than
did.
one time, because
Needed to catch his breath and everything.
the first time he went to try to break up with her where she got stuck in traffic and she told him to stop thinking. And today is the second time. So yeah, that's all he's doing is making an attempt to try. He ain't even really trying.
Exactly.
Not
really
at all.
He's not really trying because all he had to do was stop showing up at the hotel.
Yeah, that's
He
all.
can't even manage to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to say, Don, I'm not coming back anymore. I won't be there. I'm sorry.
He had a little champagne. He had a little champagne waiting on her.
Cancel our standing reservation for this room every week on Wednesday.
Okay, you guys, I have not been paying attention to the comments on blah, 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 YouTube, so I have to read through a couple of them. Renee has joined us, and she said the spoilers say Eric is going to have a heart attack, and that's how Quinn finds out. I can't wait till Quinn gets in that butt. I'm right. And then
that would be fantastic.
Tamika replies, my evil self was hoping Eric will have a heart attack while on top of Donald, so Quinn finds out it takes half of everything. That's what I was
that's probably one of those unofficial spoilers.
Do what now?
That's probably one of those unofficial spoilers from one of those spoiler sites.
Maybe so. We get a lot of those that come through. We'll have to see what happens, but I mean,
He
they are
was he was
definitely
doing
setting
something
us up for
strenuous for that ring to go off, and now Quinn is on top 10 scared mode.
All I know is this much. I'm trying to see if we gonna get a replay, or a redo of Lauren and Tracy, Lauren and Tracy Abbott
when
when
Brad.
Brad Carlton had that damn heart attack in bed with Lauren.
Girl. Hey, Can, come on in, girl.
Hey, my lovelies. Oh, what y'all
Hi,
talking about
ladies.
tonight? What y'all got going on the agenda tonight?
Talking about Eric's ragged ass making that ring go off today.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Top door trifling. Mm.
Nasty. Just
She
If
got
nasty.
that,
I'm telling
updated. She
I'm
got the
telling you now, if
updated
Quinn
feature
don't
on him.
go up there, if Quinn don't go upstairs in that room and don't knock, kick the door open.
This point that Tamika made is a point that we've all said in some form or another the
Mhm.
past week is that Eric is not loyal to the women who make him better. Stephanie Douglas Forrester delivered a whole empire to that man's feet, and he stole it from her. He lied to her and never told her that she owned it. She had to find out why he was married to Donna. As a matter of fact, that was her company that
Yep.
he had stolen from her. She had to
Why he
find
got kicked in
out
the
And
balls.
it was and it was pure by happenstance because she was ready to hit that flight to Florida. She just went back and
right.
just happened to look in the daggone. She never looked in that safe. It was open. She
And then
found what
he
she
went and
needed.
talked to Catherine Chancellor, and that was the hook that did the crook.
Man.
I was so glad when Stephanie kicked him in the dingleberries.
Yeah.
Ooh,
He
did you see
deserved it.
That
all
was
her
lovely.
girls? They was like, oh.
Because that
He
man
been
let
needed to
Brooke
be kicked
Logan
in the
run
balls.
Stephanie's company for
Yeah.
8 years when it wasn't. He wasn't entitled to let that happen.
Right. None of that. Everything that Eric allowed to happen to that company was out of the box,
Never should have.
out of control, and should have never happened because it was never his company to allow those fucking shenanigans to take place in the first place.
Exactly.
And when she took over, she fired Eric one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sent Eric into
That was
early
such a
retirement.
good.
Well,
That was such a good 2 episodes. Like the reveal, the draw up when, like you said, when she went and talked to Catherine, I just knew. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Catherine knew John Douglas. I had to think. I'm like, man,
You know,
that
Catherine Chancellor used to get around. She an old hoe.
man.
Catherine's an old hoe, honey. Don't let it
and
go.
made it very clear that Stephanie's father never trusted Eric's ass worth a damn. Rightfully
Did
so.
she?
Nothing. He didn't even
Did
like Eric.
no,
He
no.
was probably the first person to call Eric a damn dressmaker. That's really his nickname, though. But he probably did. He probably did refer to Eric at one time. My daughter wants to marry a goddamn dressmaker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure that he don't run through this company and leave my daughter assed out. Let me put this stipulation on this money. And Eric knew the stipulation was on the money. He knew everything from jump and never
Yep.
told Stephanie a word. And if it wasn't for Catherine Chancellor, child, woo.
And you know how advanced, how he was a mother for what he did to Stephanie. But for him to be advanced in his time as far as having her to be the executive of that trust, that was way ahead of his time for back in the day. A lot of men didn't do that to women. For women to be the executive of trust like that, for especially for their children.
Right, but you got to remember, Stephanie was always little Stevie. Little
Mm-hmm.
Stevie, even though her daddy abused her, Stevie
Right.
was the favorite.
Yeah, she was supposed to carry on the family legacy.
Right, so that's why he did all of that for her because
Mm-hmm.
Stevie was supposed to be the one to carry on the legacy. He was harder on her because he expected more out of her. They never expected nothing out of Pam. He never expected nothing out of Pam. He still abused her, but he didn't have the same expectations on her that he had on Stephanie. And he knew he wasn't going to have no more boys. That's why he called her Stevie. She didn't like that nickname.
She didn't like it. Exactly. Yeah.
She hated that he called her Stevie. But he wanted a boy, and she was what came out of Ann Douglas, and so he dealt with it. But I really think he was beating her because she wasn't a boy.
I think that I thought that too. And I also thought that that was back in the day where people did discipline their kids a little bit too much to the point where they just thought it was natural. And it was like, okay, I'm going to make her tough. And that's how they figured that they would make their children tough by putting the belt on them.
Yeah, some people used to throw their kids out of the boat into water to make them learn how to swim. What the hell?
Literally sink or swim.
Do you know that I would grow up and kill my parents in their sleep if they did something like that to me? You know what? You did it to me. So you don't wake up or die. Those are your options. Wake up or die. Just like you told me to sink or swim, you have to wake up or die. Those are your options. I've already put the plan in place. That's why these kids be out here wild and now killing their parents because they're crazy. Like, you don't throw a kid in the, you gonna sink or swim. What?
Well, you only parent.
That is.
You only parent your kids the way that you know that you've been parent. So if those are your examples, especially then, now everything is just so at your hand and at your fingertips. Then you only go off of what you see and what you experience yourself.
But people still do that, though. The only people that are changing can are the younger generations.
Yeah.
The older people are still like they are. Like, I don't. Right up through the Z's, the Zennials and the Z's are the ones that are changing, but some of the millennials are halfway there. Gen X, people in my generation, they're the same. They're the same. I just that's traumatizing to me that you would throw your child. I guess we didn't have where I grew up, we were landlocked, and none of us can swim. My sister can swim. I could swim if it was life or death, but I'm afraid of the water, so I don't get in it.
Yeah, I tried 3 times and almost drowned. All 3 times, lifeguards had to pull me out. So me and the tub are friends, but me in the lake and ocean, we arch enemies. Yeah, I can't get down.
Never go to the deep end.
But that's just our people, though. That's just typical. I mean, I'm not going to generalize.
I think there are Black people that can swim. I think
there absolutely are. I'm one of them. But I don't want to speak generally, but most Black people that don't know how to swim, they just don't want to learn how to swim either. It's a fear. I think it's ingrained. We was brought over on the water. I think that it's just in our nature not to like water.
I'm
not saying I don't like the water. I'm just saying I'm afraid of more than what I can drink. I took swimming in college, and then I paid for swim lessons about 10 years ago. And I did better in college than I did as an adult. But I think the bad experience for me was in college, the damn swim instructor didn't care if we lived or died. She would tell us there's no reason to stop swimming unless you're drowning. Well, ma'am, this is an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and we're a beginner's class. Like, we had to swim the length of the pool, all the way to the deep end and back. And I'm telling you, beginner swimming. She didn't really like us wearing goggles, and I wear glasses / contacts. You can't swim in glasses, right?
No.
So contacts were a difficult thing because she did not believe in goggles. You got to get your eyes used to being in the water. So that was traumatizing. And then I went to the Y up here a couple of years ago, 10 years ago, to take swimming, and it was okay, but I just didn't feel comfortable. I think it was the swim instructor. I didn't feel comfortable with the swim instructor. And so I just left it alone. At this point in my life, I'm not getting in anybody's water. If you drowning, I don't know what to tell you except for you better hope there's a lifeguard on duty because I'm not going to come get you.
I
I'm
can't swim enough to save nobody. So if I could, I would, but I can't swim good enough to save anybody. I can swim enough to keep my head above water.
I think adrenaline might help me to save my mom or my sister if they were drowning. Like the adrenaline would kick in, and I probably would just remember how not to sink myself. But just some random person flashing about in the water, I'm calling 911 and hoping for the best because I'm like you, Sam. I'm not trying to get out there to prove to myself that I can't swim.
Mm-hmm. I know that's right.
We in no need of all of us dying.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know you. No.
So, did you guys enjoy the conversation between mother and son today?
No, I didn't. The
Child.
only reason
Who's
why I
that,
didn't.
Sam?
No, I didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate it at all. So they have us a scene of Taylor, being perfect because she is. I didn't make the rules. That's just what time it is.
Right.
And so she's just being perfect. And Thomas comes over and she's, just happy about the time she's been spending with Ridge and happy about what she's gonna be doing. But they got my girl sitting over there like a sitting duck because Ridge about to go back home to Brooke. So I didn't appreciate them putting Taylor out there to talk about how happy she was, how everything is going, just for them to smash her in the face with it next week.
Yeah, I asked
It's
her
the
because
fact
I
that
saw that.
Thomas was surprised though. Thomas talked about some. Oh, you was spending time with Dad?
Hell,
Like,
we
why are you
were
so
all
surprised?
surprised.
Like, why are you surprised?
Yeah,
Because he knows how Brooke is.
I think he also knows how his father is as well.
I agree.
correct.
Because Thomas in love with Logan too, so he understands that Ridge just can't say no.
Right.
Hope.
The reason
Mm-hmm.
why I asked that was because I found it really funny. I when she was looking at the picture of Rich and Steffi, and then when Thomas came in, she said, "Oh, she needs to have dinner with him and Douglas." I'm like, okay, they keep Douglas in the script. Maybe we'll get something. I know. Now, mind you, I know that the actor is not doing the part. But I'm just saying, I like that they're trying to keep the character relevant. And he's not just a known, like, yeah, we know RJ exists. Yeah, we know Beth exists. We know Lizzie exists. I like the fact that they're saying his name. Maybe that he'll come back. Anyway, I digress. So
Yeah.
I said, he go from chatting it up to Hope to come chatting it up with his mom, getting a good girlfriend gossip. I'm like, oh my God, my baby could do better than this.
No, it's the fact that
Sitting around
it's
like
the
a
fact
whole
that
mentor.
when he got to Steffi's house, he just walked straight in. He didn't even knock on the door.
Well, that's
Like,
okay.
so,
That's his big baby sister house.
but still, you can knock.
Now, when Brooke do the shit,
Oh,
she rogue.
sir.
She bogus because she ain't got no business coming nobody else's house, especially somebody that she can't stand.
She
You
did it
know, and
twice.
she do the shit.
She did it
But if
twice.
that's my little big sister, I'm gonna go in. Hell yeah, I ain't knocking.
Brooke just walking in Eric's house like she owns the place.
That's
Not
different though.
not
That's Eric's house. But
not
I'm a
only not
big
only
fan.
did she
My
walk
sister
into
doesn't
Eric's
have
house
to
when they
knock
were
when she
sitting there
comes
on
to
the
my
couch,
house.
she walked in there when Ridge was upstairs. Ridge thought it was his father. He go down the steps. Oh, it's you.
He looked happy to see her.
He ain't look happy when he got down them steps. Then he smiled.
He did. He did look happy to see it. That's how come I was pissed off today because they give us all that good tree stuff last week, and then they're gonna start off with that bozo smiling in Brooke's face.
Girl, I told y'all not to get excited about it.
It's hard not to because
No,
they're so
because
goddamn cute.
You know, at the same time, you gotta take it for what you gotta take the good with the bad.
Oh
So
yeah, but you
all
ain't. So I
all
just let you
all
know.
last week up until the end of last week, we all riding high. So this week we finna be irritated, and
Yep.
that's fine because we know getting to this point, girlfriend had to audition for a spot that was supposed to already be hers.
Right.
That's hilarious to me.
Yep.
Like,
That was the best part of it to me, was him making her earn her spot. Like,
man,
girl, you the wife. Your spot is supposed to be secure.
did you see her squirming today? She was talking all these good trigger words, talking about some our house and Deacon's gone. I was like, go ahead, Brooke. Get him, girl. Go ahead, tell him what he want to hear without no
What's
drawers
up?
on. I was
No,
like,
it's the
girl.
fact.
Yeah, that was
What's up
interesting.
with
All of
them
a
with
sudden,
the
it's
one eye?
ah.
What's up with them with the crying out of one eye? First Carter doing it, now Brooke doing it. I'm just
Them
Brooke has
eyebrows.
always
Well,
done
Brooke
it.
was the originator
Yeah.
of that.
Trademark.
girl,
Them
that
my
makes me
top.
feel
Them my
no
top.
emotion. I feel bad for Ridge because he got to sit there keep looking at you every day.
That's
I don't
called
feel
fake
bad for
tears.
Ridge. That's
What they
his
call them,
choice.
blistering tears or something. They use that in Hollywood. That's
Long
not always
teardrop
real.
bullshit.
She talking about some, oh, Deacon is gone. You can come back to our house again. He looking at her like,
No,
nah.
that's
I
it. But
don't
that's just
remember
it.
her telling Deacon not to come back when he left
She, in fact, did not. So, see, that's the thing. She strolled over, and that's one of the big differences that somebody pointed out on Twitter. Here's the thing: Taylor don't make it her business to be roaming all over Brooke House uninvited. Taylor had been to that house exactly twice, and each time she went, she had a specific matter to speak to Brooke about. She didn't go there looking for Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Deacon, now it was made clear between the two visits that Hope was not there. So he wasn't there to see Hope. He was
Nope.
there to see Brooke because Brooke was not answering his calls or returning his text messages.
That's right.
And
And
the
this
shit
is
and the shit on Ridge. And the shit on Ridge, you know.
The first
You
time
gotta
he
do
said
that.
he was there to see Hope, but she wasn't there. And that's when
So he
Brooke was
stayed
like, she's
around,
at
waited
work.
around, loitering
How
around
about
the
you
house.
go to your car and wait for your daughter? How about you call her first so you don't just pop up and know when to call? You know, y'all can get y'all schedules on the same accord. No.
And this
Exactly,
is
but he did the
exactly what
opposite.
Ridge was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Deacon is just floating around the property as he pleases. Not because he's looking for, and not because he's looking for Hope, but because he wanted to talk to Brooke. And that's what what Ridge finds unacceptable. Ridge is an asshole, definitely. But he wasn't wrong. And it took Brooke getting put in check by Taylor and some Chinese food to realize, oh well, yeah, maybe this is a problem. Because if
6
you
months
heard what
later.
she said, huh? She said, coming back home and running into you twice. Yes, Brooke, you came back to the house that is your home that you were supposed to be sharing with your husband. And both times your ex was just floating around the place like he's a boarder, like he lives there. And you
And she
wonder why
entertained
you're exactly, and you wonder why Ridge isn't in no great hurry to jump out of Eric's damn house and come over and come back home. Well, first of all, he basically has the run of the Forrester Mansion because Eric is stays playing pickleball 24/7. So why would he want to run back there?
Deacon
He getting
keeps
that
saying,
old thing back. Eric getting that
Deacon
old
keeps
thing back.
saying, Deacon keeps saying, if you was my wife, this and this. I'm just looking at him like, shut up. Please. Please.
I hate to
Shut
be
up.
messy, but I love being messy. And I already know what Sam is going to say. But per the little message that I just posted from the YouTube, Renee
Oh,
Glover said that the Taylor spoiler say Ridge goes back to Brooke and Taylor, and who get it on? Did somebody
Deacon.
say dealer? Legasp. Not dealer, Legasp. Ooh.
Yeah, but that's coming from one of those
You are
unauthentic
messy,
spoilers.
Bubbles.
Is that right? Is that spoiler girl giving out that spoiler or is it what's that CDL?
Yes, probably the dirty laundry.
I think
Thank
it's more speculation at this point. I don't think we've seen anything in writing, official writing anyway,
right.
to
They
support it.
need,
Just
they
that
need to send Deacon back to the dumpster where he came from.
Correct. That's all I need. That's Reginald.
Let's see what happens
That's what I
Thursday.
need. Because Deacon is a low life. I mean, I find nothing attractive about the character at all. And why would
Because
anybody want him to be with the Queen Taylor? I mean, the Princess of Morocco. I mean, come on, people. Not the toilet scrubber. We have to fight
Okay.
this. We
Listen,
have to
I'm
fight
just
this.
saying.
That's
Ever,
my
s- ever
motherfucking
since this
girl.
man came, ever since this man came back to LA, he's been eyeballing Brooke. And I'm just like, Ridge, if this man keeps eyeballing your wife, just let her go. Cause she's gonna end up
Well,
being with him as sooner or later. She's gonna end
well,
up
the
being with him.
problem is that even today, Brooke claims she know what she's supposed to do, right? She went to Ridge's house to tell Ridge what she was gonna do, right? Well, why
Uh-huh.
didn't she tell Deacon before she left? Why didn't she tell Deacon, I know what I got to do. I need to keep you out my damn house.
Cause she
But for
come
10 minutes,
on.
she was listening to Deacon talk about something. If you was my wife, I wouldn't have let
Hold
you
on.
go.
Hold on. Can I throw some acid in the mix?
Girl, come on, throw the acid in the mix. I love it.
Come on.
Because she,
Okay,
you know, her
look,
office
look,
is gonna
check
get
it
took.
out. Check it out, cause I love the mess. That's what we watch this shit for, like for the mess. Like seriously. Okay, granted, let's say Bubbles is right. And Taylor is entertaining Deacon.
Which she would never.
Girlfriend Brooke do not like sharing toys. So once she found out he goes with Taylor, they could be going to bikini, going to get a drink, whatever. Woo. Girlfriend get hot on the collar, get mad, go try to confront Taylor, and Ridge get wind of it and be like, once again, there you go. And it's like, I'm done. I
Well,
can't
this is
help
the
you.
same dumb Ridge that we watched him let Brooke make a fool out of him and Nick by talking about who
Yes,
she gonna choose.
Right, and that's what
yes,
I'm saying with Deacon. This is the same thing, and I know you just
Yep.
see him as a toilet scrubber, but maybe he gonna want to improve his life and be better because he's just trying. But if Deacon and Taylor end up, even if it's just a friendship and they ain't
right,
fucking, it's still gonna send Brooke off because why is Taylor sniffing around Deacon all of a
exactly.
sudden? She's
And they
gonna be livid, and then
and then
it's gonna be
you,
it's gonna be dominoes. Bridge is gonna be mad because
exactly.
look, why are you interested? I mean, I thought you didn't want to have nothing to do with Deacon, and now they came back home with you. Well, Rich, I am just thinking about the children, or some
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
bullshit excuse she'll use like she used to do in the past. I just don't understand what Deacon sees in Taylor.
And then
We still don't
also
understand what Deacon
Ridge,
see, what Ridge seeing her.
and also Ridge is not going to take kindly to Deacon entertaining his ex-wife because who we talking about? Ridge get jealous too.
Yep.
Ridge is like, hold on, you ain't never ever gonna try to talk to him. Put my foot in. Can I get this dance? No, I'm over
So
it.
I
No,
can see that. I can see that. Can. I can
yeah,
see that. I can see because Ridge hates Deacon. He's not
yes
gonna
he
want Deacon
does.
around either one of them.
Hold
Yep.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Sam. No, ma'am. Hold on. I've been saying the same damn thing for almost a month, and now you see it because Can says it.
But so this is the
Now you
thing.
get
I
it.
do not. What I don't see. I don't see Deacon touching Taylor. I'm still
Ah,
not with that.
what is
I'm still not with that. But if it's a non-sexual, non-kissing, um, date at the bikini, let's go, have some lunch, some tacos or some nachos or whatever. I'm
Right.
good with that. But I do not want Taylor anywhere in the sexual realm with that man.
I gave you options, ma'am, and you said I don't care. I don't want him to
It
be
actually, and the thing is, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't really matter if it's Bill or if it's Deacon, because Richard's reaction is going to be the same. He will be
The
completely
same. Yeah.
intolerant to the entire possibility. As for
Yeah.
But so
Brooke,
Bill is a millionaire and he's clean. I would take Bill.
But she's not gonna have the same reaction about Bill. Deacon is gonna be visceral because of Hope. She ain't got no tie to Bill other than his stallion riding. That's the only tie she got. But Hope, it wanting her parents together, and Brooke knows that she's doing this shit to make Hope happy about her daddy. it's gonna eat her up because, well, now Deacon spending time with Taylor, well, that's taking away time that he could be spending with Hope and her kids. It's gonna eat Brooke up more to see Deacon and Hope together. I mean, Deacon and Taylor together than it would to see Bill and Taylor. She ain't gonna care.
I agree. And
It
that's
would eat
Okay,
her
only
so
alive.
because,
then
but you know, it's only because Deacon has been sniffing around her tree. It's not because of him who he is. It's because he's lately. Now, if it was Bill, then she would have a problem. If Bill had been tickling her fancy and doing all this and attempting to kiss her and talking bad about Rich, she'd be doing the same thing. That's the whole
Exactly.
thing about it.
Well,
Everybody in the room got to have eyes on her. So when she
mhm.
can't have everybody's full attention that she wants, she got a problem.
Well, remember what happened when Deacon was with Quinn. Now, Brooke was quite clear at that point that she was single, but she made it clear that she did not want Deacon back, and Deacon was in love with Quinn. But you saw all the stops that Brooke was pulling out to stop that relationship because that's how she is about men who she considers in her stable. Once they're in Brooke's stable, that's it. You're in her stable. You're supposed to be about her, and that's just it. Even when she's with other men, you're supposed to be about her, and you're obviously not supposed to have a thing for her greatest adversary, which is definitely Taylor. As far as romantic, her greatest romantic adversary, which is Taylor. It's why she was completely batshit crazy when Taylor and Nick was a thing. It was hilarious.
Yep.
She so chic. Oh, she was ape shit crazy. She on the desk down there butt naked in front of this man, and he just, girl, gone home. You look crazy. Trying to throw that thing at him, and he thought, I don't want none of that.
Yep. Take that back to the house, ma'am. Nobody wants it.
yeah, but she did all that though. But she did all that. She took Ridge through hell with this, but she deserved it. But she dragged him. She dragged him.
She puts herself in that predicament. So, whatever, like you said, whatever she gets, she's in deserving of it a long time ago. But
One thing I will say that will be very interesting is it'll be interesting to see who cracks around the edges first. Now, for right now, I'm discounting this whole Hope stumbles upon a secret thing because I still think that's her inadvertently somehow finding out about um, Thomas knowing about what Sheila pulled with the wine, and that the whole point of that is to put an early fissure into the bridge reunion right from the start. Because once she knows that, Hope can't hold water on her chest because as soon as she know, who gonna know? Liam. And as soon as Liam know, everybody gonna know. Because
and you know what?
if Hope managed not to say nothing, Liam will.
And I have a problem with that is anybody talking about what they did to Douglas. Ain't nobody going to confessing about them allowing her to gang up on Douglas and force him to lie and hold secrets from his daddy. So I'm gonna need them to back up off Thomas. Like, no, they already got a
Well,
fish in my ass for
it's
that.
see, that's the thing though. By the time it comes out though, Thomas is not going to even be the point. Thomas is actually going to be beside the point. The point is going to be is that Ridge knew and that he didn't tell Brooke. That Ridge knew and that Taylor knew, and they made a decision as a family unit. Which, despite how the show tries to frame it, like the Tridge kid, like Tridge and the Tridge kids are his other family. No, baby, it's the other way around. Brooks the other, not Taylor or Steffi or Thomas. They're the primary. Okay, we do these things sequentially. Who came first? Yeah.
Exactly.
So no. So even though the show has always tried to say his other family, no, honey, you are the other family. Never mind if
Yeah.
they don't like to acknowledge that.
And
Whereas
that most of the kids ain't even here to be a family with. But now I digress. I'll just leave that alone.
right, what it's gonna come down to is at the end the whole point of the whole thing that's going to make it contentious is that Brooke is going to realize that this was a quote unquote secret that Ridge had with Taylor, and that they made the decision as as parents or whatever, to not bring this to light, and that there was no point in it, and that is going to be what causes a early fissure in the bridge reunion. That's what my theory is, because I don't see them letting Hope find out about Eric and Donna, because that seems like that's going to be Bridget's going to be the third party person who's not involved in that story, who gets hip to some funniness in that area. At least that's what it looks like. So so barring that causing a problem for Bridge, the question is, if Taylor ends up having a hot girl summer with either Bill or Deacon, but the question is, who's going to crack over that first? Ridge over Taylor fooling with a man that he cannot tolerate because he can't stand either one of them, or Brooke over Taylor fooling with one of her exes?
I hope it's
Who gonna crack up first?
It's
I
gonna
would
be Ridge.
ideally wish it would be Ridge, but I think
Me
it's
too.
gonna be Brooke.
I don't want it to be Brooke.
I don't want it
Ridge
to
and
be
Brooke
her,
to
but
break
I think
up.
it.
I don't
I
want
think
Ridge. I don't want Ridge and Brooke to break up because Brooke mad about something. I'm sorry. I don't want Brooke and Ridge to break up because Ridge is reacting to something Brooke is doing. That's the last thing I want. If Ridge and Brooke are going to break up because Taylor is seeing one of Brooke's exes, I want that to be Ridge's decision. I want Ridge to basically leave and just say, I'm done because you ain't right. Period. I
you
don't
know what
I
I
don't
would
see
like. I would like for that to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. If anything could happen, I would love a repeat of how they got together in the first place. Like, you not finna be with me because you're heartbroken and because you going through some things. No, go ahead and sort your feelings out. I'm finna go through my thug dizzle. No, you upset because she did what she gonna always do, disappoint you and show herself. While you
so yeah,
steady trying to change an old cat out of their ways, that's
if
it's not
Taylor
going.
involved in another relationship, then all he can do is just complain. If she's in a relationship,
All Brooke gotta do is show her underwear to Deacon, and he'll be on her like right
but
on
so
point.
that's the thing. Brooke don't want Deacon because Deacon is too eager. She already knows she can have Deacon. She don't she has no interest in him right now. She
Literally.
can't have Ridge. That's what she
Mm-hmm.
wants. She wants Ridge right now.
Right.
Once she gets Ridge, she's not going to let go of Ridge because Taylor is over there. They might have problems, but she's not going
Mm-hmm.
to send Ridge to go be with Taylor. I can assure you that.
Under
And
no
she may not do it
circumstances.
like she might have a problem with him being with Taylor, but it might be in secret. Like, she knows how to front and she knows how to act like she loves his kids, but when they are alone, she voice her own opinion, and that may be exactly what happened in this circumstances. Like, it could happen either way, but I'm with you saying, like, I would love for Rich to have a problem with it first and show his true feelings, but
Exactly. That's what I'm talking
Mhm.
about. I don't want him reacting on Brooke again. I mean, that's not what we signing up for because I would get bored with that real quick. We done been 35 years into this. I mean, seriously. If they want to keep Rich together, they're just gonna need to free Taylor. Period.
Exactly. But you know
And
what?
what
I'm sorry, go ahead.
and what I'm interested in, even though I guess we're a bit of ways away from the show explaining it, even though I'm a bit away, with a bit of ways away from explaining it, we already seen the lineup for who's going to be in Monte Carlo. I'm curious as to how they're going to explain Taylor and Ridge
Mm-hmm.
going to Europe
Mm-hmm.
by themselves. Or without Brooke. That's what I really want to see what the explanation
Right.
is going to be.
Right. Because
Yeah, because wouldn't it be great? I mean, what if Taylor just says, I think I'm gonna go away for a while.
yes,
Steffi's not here, the kids aren't here. I'm just gonna take a week or two and just take some time. And maybe he flies over and gets because I'm looking for the romance for Tridge. I'm not here for this bridge foolishness. I'm sick of
I
it.
feel like she might be going to go and meet up with her baby and her grandbabies. Like, I miss them too much. I want to go and check on them or something. Like,
Yeah, she could
it
want
could
to
be
do
a
that. Go and join Steffi for a week or two.
and he doubles back and follows her.
Yeah,
Like,
that
it
would
could
be
be a
ideal.
lot of different scenarios because it's supposed to be soon. Like, it's supposed to be happening soon. So
Yeah.
whatever's going to happen is going to happen within like the next because it's 6
Within the
weeks
next 10
out.
days or so, they're gonna be over there in Monte Carlo.
And then
And we
6 weeks
expect them to
from
film
that day
scenes.
is when it'll air on TV, right?
No, that's when they're gonna be over there in Monte Carlo
They're
live.
gonna shoot whatever they're gonna shoot, but we're
Right.
not gonna see it probably for
A month
Until
and
like
a
still
half.
July, August,
probably 6
probably.
weeks.
That's what I'm saying. So it's 6 weeks after they shooting. So
Hmm.
it'll be around the
It'll
beginning
be in
of
August.
September.
It'll be in August. It's only June right now, so we go through all of July and half of August.
So it'll be August. Okay, so that do sets up for what they're saying about the summer
The
being hot.
summer. Hmm. In those films, if those are if that's what they're shooting now is what they're going to be airing, then that's right about the time Tanner has to go on his family leave. So that
Yeah.
would, if they go put those seeds of the can, that clears him up for a couple of weeks of his family leave, because his family leave starts at the end of August, the end of July. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes, Tanner
And
was
that
at
do
the
make
gym on
sense.
Sunday.
Queen Libra was saying so. Yeah, it have something to do with Steffi needing to be protected from Sheila as well. I forgot about that element.
Yeah, because
Um,
Sheila's breaking free.
Uh-huh.
The juice is
yeah,
fixing to be loose.
Steffi ain't gonna be the one that gonna need to be staged. It's gonna be
right.
Brooke.
Yeah, I don't think Sheila's gonna go looking for Steffi and Hayes overseas. I think she's gonna be focused on what's going on with Finn in town. Because she's going to find out that Finn is alive. Sheila's going to find out that Finn is alive, and she's going to try to, still be a part of his life. I got
I'm
that much
Hayes'
from Tanner.
grandson. I, I'm Finn's mother. You can't keep me away from my
Right.
family.
When Tanner did his soap opera digest interview, he did say a lot of stuff was coming up, and he said, "quote with crazy ass Sheila."
Your mama crazy.
He
Oh,
said
that's
that. He
past
said
crazy.
that quote. That was so funny. He said, "Yes, some stuff coming up, with crazy ass Sheila. She's still trying to, be a part of her son's life after she shot him." He's so funny.
Because she didn't mean it.
Right? I only meant
Well,
to murder Steffi.
I was only trying to
she.
scare her. I wasn't gonna kill her.
Yeah, that's why she got
Well,
shot by her
it was
pulmonary.
kind of payback to her getting shot by Steffi.
Child.
Yeah, I was just
Miss
gonna
Libra
try
said,
to scare her. Nobody trying to kill Stiffy.
It
I
was
love
a,
Sheila, y'all. She is so
that's
freaking
all it was.
crazy.
It's the way how Sheila was just in front of him, just like, oh, let me just play it off like I'm stupid, like Steffi was for a while. Steffi was looking at her like, really? Just come out and tell the truth already. We already know the truth.
It was, like I said, it was the double shooting for me. Like,
right? That's what I was saying yesterday. Sheila went from a label prank to double attempted homicide. I mean, can we get a Sheila somewhere in between?
yeah, because
Cause
one of those
she
you
shot,
can pick. You don't got to pick both, but one of those was premeditated, and that's on purpose.
she shot Finn in the side, and then she shot
Yeah,
Steffi in the chest. Left both of them there to be dead. Here come Deacon being rescue ranger.
and
Yeah.
she had the intelligence, the smarts to make it look like a robbery. You gotta tell me you ain't doing everything under adrenaline.
Hey guys, I just thought of something. Um, y'all know what? I might be softening on Deacon already.
Oh Lord.
Oh, for real? Do tell us about it.
You know what? Hold on. What happened in the past 20 minutes? What did you
No,
go?
I'm
Tell us
playing.
all
Did
about it.
you get the phone?
Okay, so literally, I have been so against this man. I don't like Deacon at all. I don't find anything appealing about Deacon, and I actually never have, even when he was young and sexy. But what if, in their rejection, Taylor and Deacon, they strike up just a friendship, right? Because Taylor is such a sweet person, and
Mhm.
What if Taylor hired him to be her assistant at her office? Because you know her assistant is never at her desk.
What are you
Yes.
gonna be doing? Washing tables?
And she
No,
is,
you would be
she
assistant.
is, and she is in the market for one. She made a point to say that.
Right. She was scheduling one when she said see you next Tuesday.
Mm.
She was interviewing.
Uh,
Um,
To cuss you out because I said that it could start as a friendship just because they bonded over both being duped by Sheila and both losing out when Bridge got back together. But you said, nah, babies.
but
I
so what would
wasn't
have to
there
happen?
except the toilet scrubber with the beloved Taylor, Doctor
Right.
Prince.
That's the thing. That's the catch. Deacon would have to be 10 times removed from that job that he at in that broom closet. When I say 10 times removed, he would have to be working somewhere else with Taylor, for Taylor or for her colleague. I could care less. But I would literally have to see Deacon regularly in regular nice clothes, no more aprons, no more pushing a mop, and no more sleeping in a broom
But
closet.
you
where
know
you gonna
what?
get a suit from?
You know what? You know what? It's not too far of a stretch for him to do that, to strike up jealousy out of Brooke on purpose. So I mean, it's a lot of different ways that it could happen, and he could be doing it for selfish reasons because
I
we
don't
are
want him
talking about
using
this.
Taylor, so that's not gonna fly. I'm
No,
not
no, no,
gonna
no,
have
no,
that
no, no,
toilet
no, no.
scrubber
I'm
using the.
just saying. I'm just saying though, that got to be examined too because we are talking
No,
about
that
Deacon.
can't be examined. We
Why?
going backwards. So
No, we
so
not.
I'm trying to find a way to like Deacon, and you gonna tell me that well
Yeah,
maybe he doing it, he getting with Taylor to make Brooke jealous.
but just like how you just found some way to like him, I was just trying to show you.
Well, that's not
It's a
that's not
whole
gonna
lot of
make me
different
like him.
ways that this can happen. Like for
No,
him to be with her as a, like she like Bubbles just said, they find some common ground. Okay, they common ground is the people that they want to be with are together. So Dickie has in his head, then your enemy is we friends. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we finna be friends so we can get what we want. Don't mean Taylor gotta know what he thinking. She just thinking like, okay, he helped save my daughter's life, blah blah blah. So I'll entertain him. That could be that. You
Oh
know
wait,
that.
oh I forgot they don't know about that yet.
Hmm,
Thank you,
They don't
Candace.
want to acknowledge that.
everybody knows Deacon
They don't want to
called Brooke
acknowledge that. That Deacon
because don't
saved
nobody
Steffi's
care.
life.
Because don't nobody care. Deacon is a low life. Don't nobody care. Deacon was taking out the trash and he happened upon some bodies and he did what a human's supposed to do and he called 911. I don't see why they're seeking him out to give him any extra congratulations.
that had to mean something, and I'm glad that Queen Libra brought it up because that's the only reason why I thought of that.
And
Yeah, but
every
I'm not no,
after
I'm not
that,
in any way, shape, or form ever gonna be down with Deacon or any man using Taylor to make Brooke jealous. That's just not gonna
and
fly.
I
after
don't
that,
think
Brooke
that's
keeps
the
talking
route
about some.
Deacon would
Oh,
go though.
I'm thinking of Steffi right about now. You ain't thinking of Steffi. You thinking about your hormones. Trying to get that rich. Go sit down somewhere.
I don't think
I'm
that's
just
the right Deacon would go because here's the thing. He been trying hard and Brooke has been swerving him hard, hard, hard. Like hit a brick wall hard. And I think that like Bubbles mentioned it earlier, I think it was Bubbles, well, how Brooke trotted over the bridge to make this, huge magnanimous offer about cutting Deacon out of their home life. And even though his Deacon showing up at her house, trying to be this, supportive, ex's friendish who still wants to be your man kind of thing. And she put two and two together, got four, and tried this off out to Ridge, which Ridge is probably gonna accept from the spoilers. And then she has to go back home and explain what she has now obligated herself to Hope and to Deacon. Now, if I
The
was Deacon, I never could be Deacon, but if I was Deacon, I'd be like, so let me get this straight. I done showed up twice uninvited after you done ducked and dodged me, giving you all these good compliments and all this other rah rah stuff. And the end result is not well, thank you, Deacon, for thinking so highly of me, or thank you for trying to be supportive, even though that's not what I need from you right now. It's a, well, I need my husband back, so I need you to stay the hell out of my house. I don't think Deacon's going to be in a place where he wants to use somebody else to make Brooke jealous after this foolishness.
Well, we will see. We shall
He gonna
see.
be angry.
Who?
Well, yeah, Deacon and
Deacon,
Hope's supposed to
he
put
gonna
up.
be
Deacon and
angry.
Who?
Hope's
Who's
supposed
that?
to put up a big pushback over it. But I don't understand. Brooke, Hope and Liam already agreed to move out. Brooke, the only one that said, "Nah, we not gonna happen." But the situation, this is what angers me, to be honest with you, about this story with this Brooke and Ridge. So we had to go through Bottlegate for all that time. Then she finally gave Ridge up. I'm gonna give him up. Because she was, whatever. And then, after she gave him up, she wanted him back, and she's been
Because she
wanting him
saw
back
Taylor.
ever since. Now we roll all the way down to we've been having fabulous Tridge scenes, and nothing. That's it, just fabulous Tridge scenes. Nothing going on between Brooke and Ridge. But now we're going to get to the point where, okay, what we're going to do to settle this is do what everybody said to do on damn day one. Ridge, when he
Mhm.
put Hope at the apartment, at the shed.
Oh, come on. What is that?
Ridge put him out. They
What
they
is?
went to the cabin. They went to the main house and said, "We'll move." Liam said, I really want to move out here. It's cool. Let's do this." They went down there to move. Brooke
But
put
let's
Hope down.
but let's not forget it. That was originally Hope's idea. He just doubled back and just told you know what, you right.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
was
But that's
Hope's
my point.
idea.
That's
Yeah.
my point. It was Hope's idea. Ridge agreed. Liam
Mm-hmm.
agreed. And then they took it to Brooke and she shot it down. So now how we gonna solve this is, what we're gonna do is what everybody told her dumbass to do to begin with.
Yeah.
And
And you
this is
notice
and
how
this is the end of our story.
she come to this conclusion without consulting Hope about it. Like,
But you know what? I just can't get over the fact that this story ended. There's no explosions, there's no payoff, there's no big reveal, there is nothing. There is an acceptance of what Ridge and Brooke and Liam all agreed to do in the first place, before Brooke put her foot down and said, "No, hell, that's not gonna happen."
mm-hmm.
This is dumb.
She might as well just get the whole big old eviction
I mean, what
sign
kind of
and put
story
it
is
on
this?
put
What
on the
what was
cabin
exciting? What was
at this
exciting
point.
about this story? If I can ask,
Well,
what
well,
has been
I
exciting
said
about
it
it?
yesterday. And y'all obviously forgot.
What, Tridge?
Bridge fans love for them to break up so they can have this big reunion to get back together. It's always about the breakup to get back together to
But
prove
this
a
was not
point.
even a good
It's
reunion,
stupid.
was it? What kind of reunion is this?
Oh, we ain't seen it yet. We ain't seen it yet. We don't know.
This has been pitiful
Well,
though.
hell, I mean, listen, she just went over there and told him that she know what she need to do now. He's standing up there grinning like a Cheshire cat. It's only Monday, so I'm sure Tuesday
Right.
he's gonna tell her, I just need time to think about it. She gonna go back to cry to Deacon, and then he gonna have everybody browbeating him the rest of the week to go back to Brooke, Eric, and Bill. So I mean, what's so romantic about this? I mean, this is trash. This is
It's you know
garbage.
what? You know why we don't understand it and why it don't tickle our fancy because we don't ship them. If we ship them, we probably could be like, oh, this, that, and the third. But because we don't, it's just like some typical bull crap.
Bubbles.
Yes, love.
I have to ask you a question.
Of course.
What the hell is you getting out of this story?
What story?
This Brook and Ridge. So we know it started with Bottlegate and ended with her giving him up after the 35th reunion. Trash. And now she gave him up. The only thing that's been pleasurable at the story, I have to say for everybody, is the nice little Tridge scenes, because Bridge has had no nice little no damn scenes, have they? So for Brooke fans, I'm speaking for Brooke fans here. I'm asking on behalf of, if there's a Brooke fan, what is it that they could possibly be getting out of this story
But then
and the
why you
reunion up to
asking
this
me?
point?
And then it didn't start at Bottlegate. It started with Hope making it look like she runs shit and tell Ridge that her daddy gonna come as long as she live there. He gonna come whether he like it or not. That's where it started. Deacon.
True.
I'm telling you, it's not really hard. It ain't nothing to get out of it, but they break up to get back together.
Yeah, but
That's
get back
their name.
together is reunions. I
That's
mean, we
their name.
waiting right now on a sin reunion. And if our sin reunion is as bullshit as that,
First
I'm
of
all
all,
right.
we finna be in Monaco when this is a European reunited. No, no, no,
Yeah,
no,
we
no.
get the location shots. That already puts it, and we actually have a compelling story behind it. All we,
Yeah.
it's like you said, there's nothing really compelling about the story because the whole story basically then turned out to be what a 7, 8 month argument about
Mhm,
how Ridge actually had a point from Jump Street and Brooke was
mhm,
just being stubborn because she didn't want to see his point when he
mhm.
said that it was unacceptable for Deacon to be able to come and go from the property as he saw fit.
And if you
There's nothing really compelling about that.
And if you
Exactly.
want to
So,
dig
That's all
deeper,
I'm
if you
saying
guys
is
really
that
want to dig deeper,
from
it goes further than that when she took her ring off because he wouldn't listen to her about Thomas. See, it's been a constant back and forth with them, if y'all ain't noticed, since that happened with Thomas. So it's been building up to something. It ain't over with. That's what I'm saying. They probably getting back together right now. It don't mean they finna be together because at one point in time, Ridge did tell Taylor some old bull crap to not be with her. So it could be the same shit when it come to Brooke. She gonna write her own check though. And he just
I
gonna cash
think,
it for her.
and I think the whole point of when you look at it from a power perspective, right now, Ridge, for reasons beyond my understanding, has all the leverage in this situation. Because for me, yeah, if you gave me my walking paper so you and your ex could talk over Chinese, yeah, I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna send your bags over here. You don't need to come back. I'm gonna send the rest of your shit right over here. So you can stay over here having Chinese 24/7. Y'all can have Indonesian tomorrow and Thai on Tuesday. I don't give a shit. But
Yeah,
that's just me. So I think part of the whole point of them setting this up where yeah, that part of the whole point of them setting this up is for the Thomas involvement issue to somehow give Brooke some leverage in, I guess, the whole will they won't they push pull of their relationship.
I
she
just
canceled that leverage when she did that to Douglas. Like she has no ground to stand on when she manipulated
But
a
the show
truck.
but the show doesn't view it that way. The way that we see that, I'm very clear on that. That was some rank shit. But that's not how the show is framing it. It's like it never happened because to
It's
them
like it
it was
never
nothing.
happened. Exactly. Everything that Hope, Liam, and Brooke did, and how many months they all lied to Ridge, all the honest people, the good people that they claim they are, out of all the months, all of them lied to everybody. None of that has been called to them at all. They don't have to answer to it from anybody.
Well,
no.
they're not really bringing up what Thomas knowledge. They haven't brought it up. Don't nobody really know about it. Like
Well, it's going to get
outside
brought
of
up.
the,
That's the secret that we talking about.
I think it's gonna be because of Eric. I think it's Eric and Donna. They gonna get messy and hope he's gonna catch them in his house. I don't think it got nothing to do with Thomas. I don't know.
Nah, I kind of
It don't
that's the
make
thing.
sense that Hope would be involved in Eric and Quinn
Right. And they
stuff.
already
It
bringing
makes more
Bridget
sense.
into that as
Right.
it
That
is.
Hope and Thomas is the one
Well,
that
she
should be
do be in
talking.
everybody's business.
You don't think that she got anything to do with Eric and Donna?
No,
No,
because
not
she's
Hope,
not
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 Hope,
Hope.
not Hope. When we have a secret that Thomas is holding and a secret
Mhm.
that Eric and Donna is holding, I'm gonna say the Hope gonna be involved with the Thomas secret over the Hope and the Eric and Donna secret.
And
When last
Bridget will
time you
be
seen Hope with Eric and Donna?
or anywhere near the Forrester Mansion.
Exactly.
Right, but that's the whole point. Why would she find out something about Thomas from the Forrester Mansion?
No,
Because
because they keep her and Thomas around each other 24/7 because of Douglas.
I get that, but I'm saying, okay, they find Hope finds out some information at Forrester Mansion, not at Forrester Creation. So her being at the house automatically puts it in a different
Well, well,
perspective.
no, they don't. The spoiler doesn't say where she finds it out. It just says she finds out a secret. So we
Okay.
don't know if this is something she picks up at work, if this is something she overhears at her mom's house. At her house, it just says that she finds out a secret. Just based on which characters are around which characters the most, Hope is in a position to find out a secret about Thomas more than she's in a position to find out a secret about Eric or Donna, that whole jacked up situation.
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say this because of Eric and Donna. Because only reason why, because they did leak a spoiler picture at the same time, and she was at the house, and it wasn't an old picture; it was a new picture. Because I ain't never seen her look that pretty with that ponytail before.
She's
So
right. I see
I'm
that picture too.
yeah. So I'm gonna say it's because she done caught them frolicking. And she's like, hold on, wait a minute. I was just coming to about to drop off a print, like to get the okay for a design. Oh shit, what the hell I done stumbled on? I think it might be that. But we'll see though.
That'd be pretty bold, of Eric, if he let this mess with Donna spill out of the health club, which is already a bad idea that he's fooling around over there. If he let that mess spill from the health club over to the Forrester Mansion, then he truly is in his dotage and
Yeah.
unbelievably stupid.
And that's who we talking about. Eric No Brain Forster. Like he has no brain. The only brain at work is a part-time brain in his pants. So I'm gonna that's exactly what he would do. That Quinn's gonna be at the office all day today. She got a new collection coming out. She's not gonna get home till late tonight. You can come over. We don't have to be sneaking around at the hotel because he just told her, I don't want to be doing this no more.
Right.
Like, he trying to get serious with her. So to hell with Quinn think, I don't care if she do busters. Come to the house. Yeah,
now that's just crazy. But that if he bring Donna to the house while Ridge still staying there too, that ain't a matter about whether Quinn find out. That you might as well just tell the world.
Brooke. Hello, Rich is going home to Brooke.
Right, like Wednesday, probably.
Going home to Brooke. Eric is gonna be at that house with just him and Quinn.
Yeah.
Possibly Zende and possibly Thomas and the MIA. Well, Douglas lives in the cabin, but a possible Thomas who they told us lives at the house. It's not out of the scope of reality that Hope would be going by the house to see Thomas because they told us that's where Thomas lives. Maybe she's going to go talk to Thomas about Douglas, and maybe she hears Eric on the phone with Donna. Donna ain't got to be at the house. Maybe they just walk in. They don't ring no damn doorbells. They don't knock on no damn doors. She gonna walk in that house looking for Thomas, and she gonna trip over Eric, talking to Donna about their little pickleball rendezvous, getting his heart all racing. And then that's gonna be how she finds out. That's the only other secret would be her coming to the house and tripping over Ridge and Thomas, talking about how Thomas knew for a whole 2 days what Sheila did and didn't tell nobody. He's talking to Thomas about how ain't nobody ever gonna know about this except for me and your mother. We'll keep this between me and your mother, Thomas and Steffi. He'll be growling about that and Hope. Those are the only 2 secrets that Hope is primed to find out about. And yes, she has absolute reason to be at the mansion.
Yeah. And you know what? You make a lot of sense. She could be on the phone. Donna could be on the phone because he have been answering that phone on video chat. And people just pop up and you just talking to him. So that could be it too. Yeah.
Possible. Well, I guess we're gonna know in a week or so.
Yeah, so don't count Eric and his stupidity out because we all know he is capable of being a dumbass. This is a man who has taken his whore to the family country club.
Like an idiot.
Why do you take your affair to a place where you know your family has privileges?
She's not gonna. Hope is gonna tell her mama first, Amaya. I think she's gonna tell Brooke before she tell Bridget.
Oh yeah,
Bridget ain't even script. Bridget ain't even getting written on script. Yeah.
Mommy. I saw it.
I think Queen is gonna.
Eric talking
I think part of I think part of Eric's sideways logic is the old never be in a place where you can be proven not to be in. Because on paper, it's like I'm at the club, I'm just not doing what I said I was doing at the club. Because remember, even Quinn even confirmed today when she was talking to Carter, well, he's supposed to be at the club. And on paper, yeah, he's at every time Quinn thinks he's at the club, he's actually at the club. He's just not doing what she thinks he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
His funky ass.
I'm reading Amaya comment. She said she can tell Liam as well, but Liam don't care. That's the whole point. I don't think she looking to tell Liam before she tell her mama, because that's who's gonna have the biggest impact. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, mama, guess what Auntie Donna doing? She's doing Eric. She's doing Eric again.
You know, she may say she may not want to say nothing to her mama right now because she know her mama and Ridge is just getting back together. So she may go to Bridget with it. You never know.
That's what Maya said. She said she may tell Bridget. I don't know.
Hard because
I don't.
they had no kind of interaction at all. And then all of a sudden she go run to Bridget to tell Bridget
Right.
about Aunt Donna screwing
She
Papa.
probably gonna tell Deacon.
Exactly. I think Quinn is gonna be the one that bring Bridget back. I don't think it's gonna be Hope with her telling self.
No.
She don't talk to her sister now.
Well, there is a picture of Bridget at Brooke's house because you could tell from the stairs in the background that she's at Brooke's. Don't know why, but that's what the picture from the soap rag showed anyway.
Well, it's going to be interesting to find out how these little escapades unfold, to say the least.
Escapades, indeed. I will now, and I will say this one much. One thing I do want to see, because what are the spoilers set up for tomorrow? Because my sense of time is completely discombobulated.
Mine too.
Tomorrow, Tuesday.
Yep.
I think it's Paris and Carter and Quinn and what's her name?
Grace.
Oh
I could
God.
be mistaken, but we get mostly this week Quinn and Carter and Grace and Zendaya and Paris and Eric and Donna. We got a little bit of Sheila and Lee one day this week, and Brooke and Ridge the rest. I can't leave. I can't because I'm on my phone, so I can't go and pull up. The
Yeah,
sport.
that's my same issue. Normally I'd be flipped to my other phone, but yeah,
Mhm.
that's on the charger in another room.
Let me see if I can find the spoilers and read.
Bold and Beautiful Worldwide.
We gotta deal with Grace snooping around again.
Amaya said it's going to be a bridge day tomorrow again.
It's gonna be Bridge and who else? Bridge and the Quinn.
Hope and She said Hope and Deacon on
Oh
Wednesday.
God.
Oh
Open
yeah,
Deacon on
Hope and
Wednesday.
Deacon. Yeah, Hope and Deacon are gonna beg Brooke to think about their relationship. I'm still laughing about all these grown ass people who think they need to be at a specific geographical location for their relationship to work. But okay.
Y'all as regularly
Right. But see,
they
that's
really
what got me
sitting
so
here
angry
begging
about
this
this
woman.
story. I mean, literally the very first solution that Ridge and Hope. Hope said, maybe I'll move out. Ridge said, yeah, go ahead and move out. Liam said, yes, I'll move out. And finally now now we gotta keep Deacon away. I mean,
Bill
didn't we
even
come up
said
with this
it.
before? This is just so dumb.
Yeah, Bill did tell them, look, y'all
Bill
need
said
to
I
leave.
pay him enough to get you a mortgage.
Yeah. And what did Liam say? It's all Hope. She the one want to stay here. Like I said, if he open up his mouth and he tell his infantile wife that
Well,
this
his
is
wife,
the house that we once shared, this cabin we rolled around in these same fur covers, he'd be like, call the moving truck right now. I'm ready. Y'all forgive me. It's too funny to me.
Hey Sam, what is the name of that site you mentioned again? Bold and Beautiful Worldwide.
right? Isn't it B&B Fans Worldwide?
Yeah, on Twitter they always
Yeah.
post the day-to-day spoilers.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't that the same cabin that Steffi said that was for her favorite place?
Yes, that's the cabin that they reconnected in.
But then
That
he didn't tell Hope about that, did he?
No,
no, he don't, that's one of
don't
his
nobody.
many
She don't
secrets
know.
folks don't know about. Looks like she don't know that he the reason why they didn't get that divorce.
Well, Eric made his surprising decision today about Well, today was him managing his relationship with Quinn, right? Today was
Mm-hmm.
him managing his relationship with Quinn and Donna, and then
Right.
so tomorrow he makes a shocking decision. I guess he's gonna change his mind and leave his wife, but hopefully
It's
Quinn
not
catches him.
shocking.
He's about to be busted.
But
It
as
ain't even
usual,
shocking at this point.
he's not gonna leave it. He's not gonna actually leave his wife in enough time to keep himself from being caught being a dirty doe line honey dipping cheater. And somebody posted the screen cap that popped up right after Quinn saw them and saw the stats on the ring. Donna lingerie thrown all over the place and that empty ass honey bottle sitting in the middle of the bed. Disgusting.
Yeah.
First of all, I hope somebody break out in a rash. That's just nasty. Ugh.
He gonna break
Well,
out. Y'all
Eric,
better
Department of
have
Health
him
needs
clean
to
up.
the
have a
only
word with
thing,
Donna Logan.
yeah, Eric need to have a heart attack or something.
What the hell?
Or maybe his back
He
can be
do.
hurting more.
He
Or
know he
maybe his
need to have.
back can be extremely
He
hurting.
literally need to have a heart attack. He needs to have a mild heart attack, so that he can be laid up in the hospital and be ashamed of what he did. And Quinn has his medical power of attorney, so
They
he would
did
also
that.
be at her beck.
Didn't
They
he?
done
Didn't
done
he have
that.
one of those before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she got it. She got
And
it
then
several
They
times.
done did that. They
and
done
he was
do that
out for a
with
while. And then Reese tried to take over his power of attorney, but come to find out Quinn had it.
Right,
yeah.
that's what I mean. She still
Right
Yeah.
has.
after they got
So
married.
that's what I mean. He needs to have a damn heart attack and be incapacitated again. And she need to make some decisions around that piece. I mean, even with the Foresters, I mean, it really irritates me that Steffi don't like Quinn. It irritates the
It
hell out of me
does. Me
because,
too. Me too.
Well, Steffi has not liked Quinn ever since they got together.
but at this point, she needs to let it go. I mean, she really does. I don't like the
I
fact
think
that
she
Steffi
has
is.
a little bit because she don't address it as much as Brooke does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she always gets slick out her mouth about Quinn, and I'm gonna need that really to stop because just she might not like Quinn, but she needs to recognize that she needs all the allies that she can get because the Logans are never going to ever be on her side. So I'm gonna need Steffi to start acting smart and stop being dumb as hell and always following the dumbass men in her family. She has so much loyalty to the dumbass men in her family that she is leaving herself. She's not looking out for herself as best as she could be. I need her to put her ass off her shoulder about Quinn.
I
Seriously.
don't think
Oh,
that's
look
right. I
out,
don't think
Eric,
that's
all
all the
about
way
your
true. I
crazy.
think she has a lot more regard and she does respect Quinn a lot more now. But it does not mean that she will say something slick. I mean, who we talking about? We talking about Steffi. She
I'm
wouldn't be
gonna
her
need Steffi to
grandmother's
I'm gonna need
style.
Steffi to chill because she has more energy for Quinn than she has for those Logans that she should have energy for. So I'm just
Never.
gonna need to see her.
No, no, no. That's been her lifelong goal since she came back in 2018. I mean, I'm sorry,
Man,
2008.
you can't sit here and say that Steffi
She
ain't been kissing their ass
had. She
for the
been on
past
her
2 years.
grandma's side to get rid of Brooke and to get rid of Katie. Then,
But when can 10
but we
years ago?
that's what I'm saying. Just recently, we forgot about Parent Trap Gate. Like, come on, she don't
God.
want them to be in her family. She want her family back, right? That's how her and Thomas still feel. I don't. But what I'm saying is, I think she has accepted it that that's her grandfather's wife and that she holds her in that regard. But I think she still, like you said, she got a little slick about her. But that's just who Steffi is.
Steffi may
She
not
just
like you, but she'll
is.
respect you at some point.
Right. She give her respect because she understands
But she will not
she
like Brooke
understands
at
what
all.
she brings to force the creation.
What I'm
But
gonna
she
need
should be a
Steffi to
lot more.
do, since Steffi has all this power and she's basically the head of the board, one of the head members of the board. How about you do us all a favor and get rid of Head Bingo that keeps going after your father, dripping in honey, Boo Boo Kitty over here, and Katie who don't show up to work. Get rid of all of them, and keep
Katie's
Ridge out
working
of
on
it.
She's working on assignment.
Katie is cool because she really don't do that. She don't follow none of her sisters anyway. She
And she
stays.
only cool because Brooke betrayed her too, multiple times. That's the only reason why she cool. But if any given chance, she always team Logan. So Katie ain't no wild card at all. She got a car and she show it whenever she gets the opportunity to. The opportunity to. It's just a shame they not on her side as much as she is on theirs.
Mm.
Brooke ain't on nobody's side but her panties. Just saying.
I wouldn't. I would not fight that.
Them panties work every time. I'm surprised she didn't. I'm surprised she didn't tell Deacon. Can you stop out for a second? I gotta go change real quick. I gotta put
Yeah,
on my infamous lingerie line to go
yeah.
get my
She is
husband
like
back.
on her. I agree. She is like a woman on the island by herself. I do agree with that because nobody's like fighting to be Team Queen. Like I see that. I get that, and that is
When her and Eric first got together, here goes Steffi. I don't want this to happen. You ain't in my family. No, you not. Stay away from my grandfather. Here go Quinn. I can't do that, Steffi. I love him too much. Really, Quinn?
Yeah, and so
You love
I would be
you
interested
love
in
an
to see.
84-year-old man who's not loyal to you? Okay.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see Steffi's take on this, even though she's off screen right now. But it would be interesting for her to
Conference
see her
call.
take on Eric around here still letting Donna pour honey down him. She told Donna and Eric to their face one day that shit was disgusting, and
hopefully.
I wonder how would she feel about her dear old grandpa around here
Slobbing
slumming around in
heads.
hotels with side whores. I
Hopefully
wonder
she
how
be
she would
Team
take that. Would
Queen
she be
then
Team
because
Quinn
She's
then, or
gonna
would
be
she be
just
Team
yeah,
Eric?
Stephanie.
she needs to be Team Queen then since her granddaddy didn't pop up out her hospital bed when she was on the life or death. So I would be Team Queen then.
He was claiming to go to the hospital, but come to find out he was over there screwing Donna.
Right. That is not the emergency room we was talking about.
Oh, he was having an emergency, all right.
That is not the emergency room that you were supposed to be going to, sir. Did you get
Like your
lost?
daughter, like your granddaughter is sitting right here fighting for her life. You sitting over
Live
here playing tumble tag and honey with Donna, sir. You a disgrace. You about like 95 years old, still going around sleeping. This ain't the National Horse Day. Calm down, sir. Take a chill pill. You too old for that. You ain't 25 no more. You got married, got kids and grandkids. Chill out.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Huh? Oh, look at that. That's a darn shame. I didn't even know her plastic name.
You know what? I ain't
Jesus
saying
Christ.
nothing.
I
She
forgot
said,
her
huh?
plastic name.
She said, huh? Like she
I
knew.
sure did. Huh?
Right.
Child. I was in here talking about Steffi not having friends.
Yeah,
You know,
I had to
actually.
come over to see what you was talking about because it seems really intense from the way your thumb was moving.
Yeah, because Steffi don't have no friends, and
She
she got a
used to
lot.
have friends.
She used to have friends. I know she had a lot of friends. She had friends that she would hang out and DJ with and party with.
Mm-hmm.
She did
Mm-hmm.
have
She had more
actual
friends
friends
than
that was
Hope.
on
Now Hope the
screen.
one that got the friends now.
You know what happened?
So would
Steffi's
we?
Ooh,
friend, Steffi's friend says, "Girl, listen, we about sick of you going back to this damn fool, Liam. We're gonna bounce until you get your life together." Like her friends left her because they were tired of seeing her getting hurt by Liam, but they had to come back for Finn.
Right. And plus we stopped getting all the extras like we used to get. We used to get extras like that all the time where we could have people come in. Regular people would come in all the time, like Eva, like Darren Brooks' wife used to come in all the time and pull a line. That guy Othello that used to DJ with Steffi.
Oh, but he's been gone a long time though. He
Yeah,
Yeah.
but those were back in the days when we used to get characters like that, just like GH.
Mhm.
You see actual extra people walking around downtown, and in these restaurants, and where they getting their nails done, and at the parks and
Mhm.
stuff. Even days, there's strangers walking around in the square, but we don't get that on Bold and
Steffi
Beautiful.
said I
So
used to be a club girl until I had kids. Now I can't do that no more.
well,
right.
that's true. That's true.
And she's
I
a
get that, but
CEO.
she don't have any allies that she can talk to. So we finally got
Mhm.
Taylor, which is great. She can talk to her mom, because she hadn't had that. But literally, Steffi had not had any friends and no allies, period, except for
Mhm.
Ridge for years.
Yep.
Except for Ridge,
And Thomas.
And
right? But Thomas
her
was wrapped
grandmother's
up so
gone. So
much into Hope for like 2 years that Thomas wasn't even having scenes with Steffi.
See what? What was this? I missed that.
Child, there was a time Thomas didn't have damn scenes with Steffi at all.
This is true.
It's true.
What?
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
yeah,
Because I
it
used to
was
say it all
true.
the time. Can Steffi actually have a relationship with her brother?
What? Oh my God! I gotta go. Tell me when was this? Cause I need the
It
All
was
record.
like
during
he was
all during the
exiling his
baby
sister.
Beth, all during and after anything Thomas was head deep in with Hope. He wasn't nowhere near Steffi.
Oh, you mean after he done set up there and kept the secret
It
about
was a
Beth's
long time. It
paternity?
was months. It was months. It was
Oh,
months
you
since
do?
J Matt was passed
Oh,
that he
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
have any scenes with
yeah,
Steffi.
yeah, yeah. I remember
So
then. Yeah, you're
yeah.
right.
So there has been times where literally she has just been alone and all her castmates have been Ridge, Liam, and Hope.
And
It's
Bill,
And we
it's
haven't had Bill in years. We haven't had Bill since 2019.
19, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
it's literally the fact of they let Hope come into Steffi's house, take that child away from Steffi, have Steffi depressed for a while, and then
Ooh,
come and
Amaya out here is doing me dirty when he said he said he didn't have no scenes with Steffi all of 2019. She
I
was
don't know her.
like Mariah Carey. I don't know how
oh,
you is wrong for that. You is wrong.
it's not wrong. It's true.
It's true. It's true.
Well, that is because Thomas was suffering from a brain hemorrhage and he
I
did
don't
not,
care. All
he
I'm
was not
saying is that
himself.
Bold and Beautiful does
When
a
he's
really
himself, he loves his little sister. He's
Bold
Well,
and
I'm
Beautiful
devoted
does
to
a
her.
horrible job. They do
Steffi
a
should have
horrible
showed up and
job
slapped the taste out of his mouth like she
at
did Liam.
balance. I mean, seriously, they do a horrible job at it.
Y'all remember what Steffi did to Liam when he was talking that gibberish to her when she came back and he married Ivy? She slapped the taste out of his mouth. That's what she should have did to Thomas, and she might need to do it
Well,
again.
I don't even know about Thomas no more. I'm just so tired of wanting better for
He
Thomas.
too. He's up in this like he's like, oh, I'm friends with Hope now. She's taking care of my child. You saved
Yeah,
my
I know,
child. You
but
stepped
it's
up. I'm just like, okay,
it's like
sir.
the
I don't like how they writing him to be like the next generation Ridge. Like that shit blowing me. Like I'm gonna need him not to be all up in her panty drawers. No, 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 no.
well, that's
I'm
too
tired of
late.
that.
It's
I'm
too
tired
late.
of that. I am tired of that.
I'm just to the point where I don't even think that there's any more hope left for the character. I mean, honestly, I mean they claiming a love interest this summer, but do we look like we getting closer to that?
Oh,
I mean,
if that love
only if
interest do
it's the
come in,
mirror.
it's not gonna last long.
What you said, Bubbles?
Only if it's the mirror.
That's what I mean. I mean, what are we seeing? I mean,
Another
this
mannequin.
this Thomas rolled in. He just blowed in today, and he having scenes at again at not his house because we don't know where in the hell he at. With his mom talking about his mom's love life. She at least she was able to bring up Douglas. I mean, I'm just sick of it. It's
She
it
said,
gets
"Let me
really
see my
depressing
grandson,
for me when
please."
Jackie is not even on screen, and I think that my patience gets um I don't have a lot of patience for
Short.
it. It
Yes,
is
it's
because
very
even right
short.
now with the tridge, I'm pissed off. We started out with a nice tridge scene, but then we end up with Ridge grinning like a Cheshire cat, while at Brooke, while Taylor is over here thinking that she had a great day. Her and Thomas, child, my patience runs really thin with BS.
But we also know that Brooke is easy and Ridge knows that his wife is easy. And it's been a couple of days since he's had a little bit of pickleball play himself. So, you know, Yeah, he's grinning because he know he fixing to get some. That's the MO. That's the pattern. They fight and break up over some stupid one of them did. Then they beg. She usually ends up begging him back because he don't want none of it. And then after a couple of days of him not having none of his own honey, I guess. He's excited to see Brooke. Taylor and got him all wound up, sitting up, blowing up his big, huge ego, sitting there talking about just the tip and shit. Yeah, he's ready to go, and he can't see Taylor, so Brooke came up in there and then intimated that her dirty drawers is open for business. Girl, why wouldn't he be skinning and grinning?
He was skinning and grinning, child, like a damn Cheshire cat. I wanted to
Why
hit him in the head with a
wouldn't he?
skillet.
He fixing to get his balls pickled.
Yeah, and that's what they need to be. They need to be dipped in vinegar. That's
Look how
exactly
long
what
it's
they need
been
to be.
since. Look how long it's been since he left Brooke. He been sitting
Maybe
there and
dipped in acid.
this whole time with a bottle of Jergens and a box of Kleenex. He is
Correct.
ready for
Because
Brooke to
Taylor
do what
certainly
she
didn't give
do.
him none. That's
Right.
right.
But Taylor been sitting there looking good and smelling good and telling him how much she loved him and he's a good person and Reed. Girl, he got to get him some and he know he ain't got to do no work with Brooke except for show up at the house. He already knows she gonna greet him in lingerie because that's the pattern. Rich, I wore this just for you. And this gonna be that damn purple thing that she wore that one time.
Listen, I was literally just thinking the same thing. What if she put on the purple thing and Ridge flashback to that night and see flashbacks of Brooke kissing
Right. So all I'm saying is, of course, he's gonna be grinning like he just won the lottery because he has. He ain't got laid in 2 months almost. Come on now. Come on now. He ain't got laid in almost 2 months. You're not fixing to tell me that he ain't fixing to be skinning and grinning from ear to ear because this easy. He ain't got to chase it. It's been chasing. Ridge Forrester ain't got to chase the kitty when the kitty chasing Ridge Forrester.
But he's supposed to still people still supposed to try to convince him to go home. So I guess this conversation is not convincing him. This must not be the convincing conversation because he's gonna have to talk to Bill and Eric.
Right. He grinning because he know he still got it, but Bill will come and get in his face and call him a dressmaker and tell him he's cocky and stupid and he should just accept whatever shit Brooke puts out because she's Brooke Logan.
Bill been doing that for years.
Yeah, Bill is just about his worst character right now is Thomas. Right now, Bill is as bad as Thomas.
Last
Bill
time Bill
literally
was
does
seen
nothing but
was
sit around and gossip with the girls. That's all he do.
when Bill first came back. He claimed that he was on a business trip, and he suddenly heard about what happened to Steffi. So he came up to the hospital.
Well, yeah, they just tried to use that because we hadn't seen the character in 6 months, but they keep doing that. I
But
mean,
now he's playing. Now he's playing the gossip queen.
exactly. I mean, this is a character here. I mean, just as bad as Thomas that has absolutely no life. Probably worse than Thomas. At least Thomas is single and can cheat and can have a woman. But Bill is still chasing Katie, trying to get his Katie back.
But Katie ain't chasing him.
Child,
Katie
why
looking
would
like
she?
like
While
a
he right
ghost.
here singing Brooks praises to anybody that a damn listen. Why would she?
I really could not want you back in my life if you didn't told me to my face that you married the wrong woman and my sister was the woman that you should have married. Then you know what, bitch, go.
Wait a minute. He told that to her face?
Yes, honey, when they broke up that time and he was dragged the way he drugged Katie, that's when I was done with Beatty. Just like when Liam left Steffi on the ground and I was done with Steve, I was done with Beatty. When Bill told Katie that he married the wrong damn sister, and that was the problem. I married the wrong damn sister.
I remember that
And
shit.
that's where he would
I
have got
remember
cut.
that shit.
Yeah, and
I
he
know
he
that.
said Brooke was the love of his life, and I married the. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I married the wrong damn sister.
Well,
I
I
remember
know
that.
that he did say Brooke was the love of his life, and I know Katie did hear that because she told Eric that. But I
I'm
didn't remember. I don't remember that scene. That sucks.
I'm on. I've been trying to find that scene. YouTube pulled one of my videos. I think when I shared the Young and the Restless, I shared too much, and CBS
Mhm.
was like, I don't know who the fuck you think you is, but you don't own it. And so they blocked my video, but I downloaded it because I'm smarter than the average bear. Um,
Mhm.
and it's on StreamYard, so this my shit. You can block it on YouTube all you want to, but I can still share it wherever I want to. But I'm
Mhm.
gonna see if I can find that clip. It might not be tonight because we only got 15 minutes left. But if I can't find the script, I'm gonna find the recap or I'm gonna find the damn transcript because it was after she had her breakdown and it was before she took the company from him. And they were talking and they were either at his office or they were at the house and he was telling her about how she always liked to play victim and poor Katie, poor weak Katie. Always gotta be the victim, Katie. You don't never take responsibility for what you do, Katie. I guess I married the wrong damn sister. You know,
Found it.
Brooke is everything. Brooke is everything that I could have wanted in a woman. I mean, he really put Brooke on a pedestal to Katie's face in an argument. And she went back to, and when she went back to him, I was like, you know what your dumb ass get, what your dumb ass get. Because this
Hold
man,
on. The regular said he got it. He got it. He got the episode.
I'm about to send a link now. Hold on.
Oh,
see,
he got it.
see, I'm
See,
trying
you said
to
the receipt.
Listen, listen,
but
hey,
the receipt
Bubba.
thing that's
While you sitting up
everything.
there telling what happened, my blood was sitting here boiling. I'm just not literally listening to the words.
Honey, I guess our blood to be boiled together because I remember when that shit was fresh.
Me too. Me too. Like good catfish on Friday. That shit was good.
It was fresh, and baby,
Yeah.
I ain't wanted Bill and Katie together since that argument. And
Yeah.
she keep trying to go back to him, and he keep going trying to go back to Brooke. And I'm like, he told your dumb ass he married
Mhm.
the wrong sister. You still sit here contemplating and letting Brooke and Donna talk you into taking back. Oh, Katie, he didn't mean that. Katie, you're the love of his life. You're the mother of his son, Katie. Bill was just angry when he said all of that. No, he was angry, but he said exactly what the fuck he meant. He
So
Hmm.
did.
married Brooke because Brooke was better. Brooke supports me. Brooke doesn't judge me. Brooke lets me be the man that I'm meant to be. Like all this shit he said about Brooke to Katie. And she's standing there, Heather Tom earning that Emmy Award. She's standing there crying, looking like damn Boo Boo the Fool.
Yeah, and you know
Anytime.
what? It's a shame, but it's a shame that they write the women so weak and horrible on this show that it actually turns you against the characters. It really
Mhm.
does. I mean, I
Mhm.
hate Baby to the 10th power, and I used to love them because they actually had a fairy tale romance and stuff. So I used to love Baby, but they got to the point where Katie just constantly taking back a man that she knows will toss her over the side for her own damn sister. It's
And
nasty.
it is. And
You
then
know, and just like Queen Eva said, Bill says that to anybody except Katie, but Katie. And that's true because he done told Steffi how many times he done kicked his son ass. How many times? Like he do too much for what? Like he do too much for
For
everybody
Katie,
else but Katie.
for him to still at this point after all these years still to be right now, where's Bill trying to get Katie back? They need to do better. They need to do better. They would have been better spending that time saying that Bill and Katie is broke up and ain't even speaking. They would have better
Exactly.
that at least we would have had Bill a free man and Katie a free woman that can actually be a possibility somewhere else.
And
It's
see, all
ridiculous.
the time, why he can't just be a bachelor? Why he just
Exactly.
he used
Exactly.
to be a bachelor until Katie married him. Until he got married with Katie, he was this big time bachelor. They ain't never showed none of that shit. But he tried to make Liam like that, and
Right.
It should go back to that. Why? Because
And
why
even
I gotta be
Caitlyn
him
been
pining for
married.
Katie?
And Caitlyn being married again since then. I mean, there's no point that he have to keep chasing Katie now. She
No,
married Thorne, didn't she? She married Thorne, didn't she?
Yes.
Exactly.
That
So
didn't
yeah,
last long.
it
Not
didn't.
at
But
all.
still, it's just that him just where's Bill? Oh, he's still trying to win me back. Can't the writers do better?
Not at all, as history has proven.
Child.
History has
Because the
proven a
last thing I
lot.
need is y'all think so. We don't really get a lot of Bill. We got more we get more Deacon than we get Bill. So it looks like we probably gonna be up with Deacon and Taylor. Y'all gonna have to come and pick me up off the floor when it happens.
I ain't
And I'm
gonna
gonna
pick
be
you
Girl,
up.
just
sick.
put some pillows down.
I told you.
Just
So
make sure you
y'all
put
gonna
some
leave me
pillows
down there?
down because
Shit.
I don't want you to
I
hurt your
thought y'all
head.
was some homegirls. Y'all just gonna leave me down like that?
No, I said I want you to make sure you put some pillows down so you won't hurt
Oh.
yourself.
I'm gonna help you, but not until after I told you so.
Yeah, you can tell me.
Oh,
And hey, listen.
First of
All
all,
I'm doing
Sam.
now is gonna pray that
First of
Deacon
all,
don't
Sam,
touch.
if she had to get me with these ashes, you know she finna get you with a
it's the
couple
fact that
trailer.
it's the fact that the ashes still had never showed up yet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
What
okay.
ashes?
That's
You
okay.
know how she got
Man,
up there and Lee was bringing them ashes to
Oh, Lee ain't brought no ashes.
No,
them ashes still haven't showed up yet.
She
I'm
did,
saying,
but I was putting money on it. I promised I was putting money on that woman bringing ashes because
What's
she
she
wasn't trying to have nobody know that he was alive. That made sense.
what's
But
she gonna go to the beach and get some sand?
yeah, she could. She could.
Be like Steffi,
She just
chill.
stole a body. It ain't nothing to go down to the crematorium and steal some ass.
she done went to the park. She done went to the park and got some gravel up off the ground.
It ain't shit. Get that shit out the barbecue grill.
Exactly.
I
It
mean,
was Memorial Day.
though, y'all. For real, though, y'all. I really did think that as part of the ruse to, because she needed them to believe that he's dead for as long as possible. So it
And
would
it's still
have
going
been
on.
believable for me if she had showed up with Steffi and said, "Here, girl, you need to move on. I know you're having a hard time, but look, here, here. Here's some ashes. Go spread them. Take a break with the kids or something. I don't know what to tell you. Like I feel like she would have did that, but then that would have somebody said the other night that would have been too cruel. But it's already cruel that she's letting them believe he's dead. Stephanie Forrester had a whole damn funeral for Felicia.
Yep.
A whole ass funeral with an interment. Meaning they went to the cemetery and put that damn casket in the family plot. That's how far Stephanie Forrester took it. So if Lee had showed up with ashes, it wouldn't have been out of character for the show because we've seen somebody do that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, Stephanie didn't have Felicia cremated. She didn't play that part of it, but I mean, ashes or a closed casket, what's the difference? And Felicia's baby was about the same age Hayes is. So what's the difference?
Dominic, his cute little self.
Yeah, he ought to be 25 by now with kids of his own, but we don't never know.
He probably like 21, 22. He ain't that close to Stephanie. And oh,
No, they probably put him in college with RJ.
right.
Well,
Boarding
RJ
school
is
RJ.
we
I'm surprised. I'm surprised RJ
RJ.
hasn't popped back. I'm
He is
surprised he
around
hasn't
the
popped back up
same age
yet.
as Logan, right? He should be around the same age as Logan.
Dominic should be around the same age as Logan, but RJ is older.
Yes, RJ is older.
Mm-hmm. Because he was playing for, even though Brooke still had to have a paternity test, RJ was playing. I mean, they talked about they was going to have a baby. That's planning, y'all.
She planned that. She planned the other baby that she said she was pregnant with, but all of a sudden, I had a miscarriage. What? We just found out about the baby. She just be doing. Oh Lord, have mercy. Breaky, break. I thought you were supposed to be trying to link or something, Reginald.
I sent
I
it to you.
thought so too. Send
You
it where?
It's on Twitter. I sent it to you.
Oh, well, see, we sitting here.
see
Face.
that Twitter one
Let's see.
I have to look once we close out.
We gonna walk. Look at this, and oh, here it go. Let me see if I can make the Bell family mad and share it.
Yes.
No, this ain't the scene where Bill lays into her. This is the scene where she lays into. Is this it? This is the one where she finds out about the affair. I don't think this is where he's telling her how he.
Is this where she at Brooke and they in Brooke's bedroom?
No, this is where they're at Brooke's birthday party, and Taylor had told them about Brooke having a Bill's miscarriage.
Yeah, he told did he tell, so I remember that night, later on that night when they was at Katie and Bill's house, wasn't Brooke there when he was when Katie was throwing all the pictures off the mantle?
Yeah, he's in this thing. I'm fixing to play it in a minute as soon as I can get it up.
Taylor coming in with the mess, telling all the secrets.
That's just messy.
That was so messy. It was delicious.
But Brooke deserved it.
She sure did. Sitting up there trying to frame Eric as the dad.
And on top of that, she was pregnant with this man's baby.
Yep, this is it.
I'm lies. You slept with my sister. That is inexcusable. You slept with my husband. That is unforgivable.
But she did.
My postpartum was ugly and brutal, but it did not force you into bed with each other. Yes, I was hurt and outraged to find you with my sister, but I am not responsible for your actions. I am not responsible for your choices. Look, I took my ring off before. Look, I'm doing it again. There it is in my hand. 5 whole seconds.
Didn't she have heart problems?
10. But wait.
She did, but she got Storm's heart.
We're in bed together. How could that be? I mean, my rings are off my fingers. Surely that must mean that you're a free man. Tell me again how I pulled the strings and made you break my heart. Even though you have sworn up and down that it was the last thing that you ever wanted to do. Tell me one more time about these magical, mystical words that only I can say that forced you against your will to ruin my life. Tell me again, Bill. Tell me the story again. If you dare.
Nobody earns an Emmy like Heather Tone.
I'm like.
Now this is a little bit longer, and the only reason I'm pausing this is because I feel like if I put space between it, they might not. Well, they still gonna pull this video because I don't own the rights. But
you need to leave. Go pack a bag.
This is my home.
No, you gave me this house. Don't you remember? It was a gift for your family. This is your son's home. He should be able to trust
Brooke is gonna play on bridge.
even if he can't trust his father. Katie, you really should be careful what you say in the heat of the moment. I think that's the moral of the story. I need to mean it when I say it's over and let it be the end. But us youngest children, Brooke, I stand up for myself and then I start feeling scared and insecure and I backpedal. I listen to my heart beating in the dark at night, and it sounds like someone trying to beat down a door. It sounds like a countdown to something terrible, and I will say, I'd do anything. Anything to not be alone. I guess I have the two of you to thank for curing me of that.
All right. You've drawn a line in the sand so many times, I guess it was just a matter of time before I crossed one of them.
Too bad it had to be the one about sleeping with family members.
You will not keep me from my son. I don't need it back. I'll send someone.
Look, she's
Place
trying out
already
the one
feels
out
like a
too.
house of matchsticks.
And look at her slut of a sister, child. Ooh, child, I hate Brooke so much.
Me too. I would have scratched her eyes out.
Brooke.
Look at the shit.
Look. He had the nerve to call that hoe.
I'm not going anywhere.
She should slap
That's
it.
not the clip, though.
Yeah,
I
that's
will
not the
find
clip.
it. Yeah, that's not what we were looking for, but that
It
was
was enough to make my pressure rise.
Me too. I'm about ready to scratch that whole eyeballs out.
All day. I mean, seriously, it's just like no matter how many times I see these scenes of Katie being ripped to shreds because of Brooke and Bill. Oh God, oh God, oh God. It's just child.
You know
How
what?
you go
It's
to
just
sleep after this?
I'm finna go watch it. I'm finna go watch the next scenes. Like I be watching these old episodes because they be so good to watch. This the drama of it all.
Yeah,
yeah.
the old episodes are way better than the current episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But
gonna
I'm
try
in the
to
hospital.
pull it down to find to find either the video, or I know that sometimes it's easier to find the transcripts. But I'm gonna go back and see if I can find it, because he was really cruel to Katie. I will never forget that. I don't think I was on Twitter at the time, but he was really cruel to Katie when he told her all that stuff. And yet, she, she forgave and she forgot, because I wouldn't.
I wouldn't have either. No chance.
Yeah, it's something you can't. There's some things you just can't forget. You might try to forget them, but Katie should be enjoying her freedom away from Bill. She should never even consider taking Bill back. I
Shit,
mean,
from
this is
Bill
how they.
and her sister.
Yeah, but Brooke's character is not like Katie. Brooke's character has to have a man. It's necessary. It's
I know. I'm just
mandatory.
saying she need to be happy she not around neither one of them. Like maybe she get
Oh yeah, Katie. Oh yeah.
yeah. Maybe
But that's
her blood vessels are working proper and her heart don't ain't palpitating as much. Whew.
but that's how come I don't like Katie's character, because they make her too weak too.
Mm,
It's a shame that all the women too weak. Just to be honest with you, all of them,
facts.
all of
And
them
they
too
weak
weak.
and they weak for the weak men. That's the whole
Hmm.
point.
Yep.
You gonna be weak. You gotta be worth something. You gotta be worth something more than than the garbage you putting out in front of me.
Hmm. Yep.
We going in overtime.
No, we are not, because I have lessons to take care of and stuff to do, and I got to be in bed by 10, so that only gives me an hour. So I'm glad that you mentioned the time. I think I might implement a timer so that we don't go over. That'll give us like a little 5-minute warning, so we can start wrapping it up at that point.
Hmm.
Because some people have to like actually go into an office and work and other things. So I don't want to keep folks up.
I feel
Hmm.
a cat.
So we will do it again tomorrow at
All right.
6 o'clock.
Same bad channel, same bad time.
Same bad channel, same bad time.
All right.
Thank you
Bye,
guys
ladies.
for showing up.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
Good night, ladies.
Good night.